right. So it's first thing in the morning. I just got up, getting ready to watch Eric. He's actually on right now. You probably can't hear him. And I'm scrolling through his Twitter, doing, my normal morning stuff. Haven't even had my coffee, which probably explains part of why I'm so pissed off about this. You know that I am very pro do whatever you can to live your own goddamn life and don't expect other people to support you. Uh, so I'm scrolling through and I see, Lou Perez, hilarious guy by the way. You should absolutely watch some of his comedy and definitely follow his Twitter. He's got some amusing snark. Um, Repost this tweet by whoever the fuck Mercer Creed is. I don't know, but he's definitely a fucking moron. Uh, says when people like Mike Rose say, don't go to college, learn a trade. The message is learn to love being an uneducated slave to the wealthy. The message is part of the anti-intellectual movement propagated by conservatives. And I say bullshit because you know what? Who's going to build that house you live in or fix any of the stuff? Not to mention, let's think about the fact that these people don't enter with hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt or even tens of thousands of dollars of debt. Okay, they might enter with something like 20,000 at the most, but in many cases, their education's prepaid for and they make more than those people with the hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. They do quite well for themselves and they often can set their prices. They can set their hours. They run a business or subcontract to a business that gives them the freedom they want while paying for everything they need. The difference is that they actually have to do some manual labor. To call a plumber uneducated is absolutely ridiculous. Between actually knowing how to properly set up uh, a plumbing system, many of them cover other things like uh, I mean, just the simple effort of installing a toilet. I mean, they cover more complicated things like water osmosis systems, um, stuff like that. But even the simple effort of installing a toilet, how many people sitting in their house right now really know how to install a toilet? I do because I'm weird. I do because I watched a lot of home improvement shows. How many people out there really understand what a P trap is for or when the appropriate place to put it in is? I can tell you right now, you do not want somebody who has no idea what they're doing installing your plumbing. I have lived with that situation for the last 20 years approximately. And trust me, I am very much looking forward to having a professional do it so that when I wash my clothes, I can take a shower. Or when the washer's draining, it doesn't back up into the tub. And no, this is not the issue of old plumbing or something, it's the issue of dumb plumbing. Yes, there are non professionals who can do it well, but guess what? They had to put a lot of work into figuring out how. So, no matter what you do, there's work. And the people who do trades are not uneducated. Have you seen a dovetail joint? Have you watched how some of these carpenters put things together with absolutely no glue and it will last forever? Do you not wonder why this MDF shit you buy falls apart? Why is a dresser made of wood, real wood, so expensive? It's not just because of the wood, it's because of the intelligence it takes to put together. An auto mechanic, knowing how to work on different types of cars, understanding now not just how the carburetor's put together and why the exhaust manifold has to be where it is, but understanding the different types of electronics now, knowing when an error is thrown, exactly where to look. These people are not uneducated. The idea that someone in a trade is uneducated is a myth propagated by the lazy and jealous and those who have no idea what real work means. And People sit back and wonder where that came from. Education, and I'll play the clip. He answers the question.
Where the snowflakes come from? You know, we're we're the clouds from which the snowflakes fell. And part of this blows back on us, boomer, right?
Why? What did we do?
We watched it. We watched it happen. We let shop class be slowly arbitraged out of high schools. We let the myths and misperceptions and stigmas and stereotypes that make people sneer at careers in heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. We let that happen.
And we're still letting it happen. I am not a boomer. I am somewhere between Gen X and millennial. But at this point, we can't sit here and allow those people, the people who have perpetuated this myth, the people who buy into this myth, the idea that no, you don't have to work to live, that somehow, some magic way, we're all going to have enough and we're all going to get what we need. We can't let them perpetuate that and let this go forward. That on so many things right now, things are coming to a head. It is time to make a stand on so much, and this right here is one. We need people who are willing to build the world, who are willing to get down in the dirt and do their work. Mike Rowe is honestly one of my favorite people based on this alone. So yeah, I heard this interview I watched this interview while I was in the gym, and at that point I'd recorded a whole long thing after I got out of the gym and was sitting in my car and thinking, because I when you're in the gym you have thoughts, and I almost put that up as a video, and I probably should. I really should do that more, but I'm working on it. Still, that the entire point of this, the entire point is that someone who knows a trade is not uneducated. No, do they know some fancy words, and do they occasionally not use words as well? Yes. That's a fact. That's a truth. But you know what? That doesn't mean they can't learn or that they're dumb. This idea that the only way you get smart, the only way you can be considered intelligent is with a student a $1,000, $100,000 in student loan debt and useless education that may or may not actually get you a job in the field that you're looking for is pointless. So, I wanted to put this out there. Remember, guy, don't even get me started on the government's role in all of this. It pisses me off every time. I could go off on that, but I'm not going to this time. Anyway, yeah. So that's a Cthulhu corn thought for you. I will catch you guys later. Thank you for listening to me rant. And you know what? Have a good day. Go learn a trade.